All right, hey guys, it's Matt here. Hey, I'm really excited today. I got my boy Vail. He's actually the president of the local Bronco group that I'm part of, the ATL Broncos. And we are going to be installing the Varix muffler exhaust system by XForce today. It's not often that I actually have somebody to help me do these videos, so I'm really excited about this. So you ready to get to work?
Let's do it.
All right, man. All right, y'all, so for these catback systems, we're going to first be removing these bolts here from this spot, and we're going to be taking this whole harness off because we are going to be reusing this. And we're going to be removing everything from here all the way back over the axle to the exhaust and the tips. So this is all factory is one piece. So these bolts, this, and there's going to be one clamp back there that we'll show you. We'll remove that, and then we'll be able to take this whole piece off. There's also a hanger here holding that up. So go ahead and knock that out. All right, if you have trouble removing these, spray some WD-40 on them and let it loosen up a little bit, especially if you've got a lot of miles on your Bronco. It's going to be a little bit harder than if it's newer. And then again, we are going to remove this hardware piece here that goes here, but make sure you hold on to this. Actually, don't get rid of anything until you're done. That's always a good tip. All right, then back here, remove this clamp. Once you're done with that, all we've got to do is remove the rubber hangers. 1, 2, and 3. All right, so we got the Varix performance muffler with the volume control by XForce. We're gonna do an unboxing, get it installed. Here's the exhaust system with the valve control. Definitely smaller than the factory.
All right, so now we are ready to start the install. We're just going to put that factory piece back on, as you saw, bolt in these 2 bolts. Now a tip is don't tighten these too tight. We're going to keep everything kind of loose, so that way we've got some room to make some adjustments once we get the complete system installed. But as you can see, this is a very simple removal and a very simple install. All you need to be able to do is really just turn a wrench. Once you've installed the front piece, we're going to slide on back, install the second clamp. Make sure you orient all your clamps where it's easily accessible. We're going to install the piece that goes over the axle. Again, make sure you're putting the clamp where you can access it. And your final clamp, which installs the muffler. Again, we're going to loosely tighten all the clamps first. Make sure you're not over tightening. Have the muffler, put it on the hanger that you need it on. Install the tip, whichever tip you decide to go with, if you're going with the smaller version or the larger version like I went with here. Again, loosely tighten everything, and once you are done and everything is in a position that you are happy with, you are able to go back, start at the very back, and move forward and tighten every single clamp down. That way everything is set. It's not going to be moving, not going to be rattling, and that's it. Extremely simple install. Now let's look at the electrical.
All right, now this is where this exhaust system gets interesting. If we were doing any other exhaust system for the Bronco on the market, this video would be done right now. Finished. Removal, install, done. But not with this system by XForce, the Varix system, and this is why I absolutely love this system. We have now the ability to change the sound quality or the sound volume with this, because this is that valve controlled system. There's not another system on it on the marketplace that I've seen for the Bronco. Yes, the Raptor comes with it standard, but this is a way to add it to a non-Raptor Bronco and pretty much have the same results. So I am super excited to get this installed. This has actually a couple of different options that we're going to talk about after we do the install. So let's go ahead and knock this out. We're going to make this quick and easy, and then we're going to talk more about the system itself and what the benefits of it are. So let's go knock this thing out.
might help if I take the stuff needed to do the install.
All right, so let's take a look at what the system comes with. Now, without the Smartbox, this is what you're going to get. This is going to be for the remote control with the clickers and the power cord that plugs into, you can use the outlet in the back, the cigarette lighter here, but I am already using it for my light here. So I am going to be hardwiring this into the system. And it's a good reason, or it's a good thing too, because with the Smartbox, it's going to have to plug into the OBD, and it's got the cable for the GPS and then the connection cable that goes from here to here. So let me just show you really easily what this is going to look like hooked up, and then we'll get this installed. All right, so to simply see how this is going to connect, this is going to be your power source. This end is going to go to the control valve on the exhaust. We'll show you that. This is going to plug into first the Varix box. So we'll plug that in there. Then you will use this adapter to go for the key fob, which is going to be here to here. Your GPS, which is going to be a really cool feature that I'm going to show you, screws in right there. Notice it labels everything: GPS, key fob, and the OBD 2. Really simple. It's going to plug in there and then into your OBD port. It's that simple. So let's get it installed. Now there's a couple ways to run this, but the way I'm going to run it is, since I'm going to have my boxes inside the cabin up here at the front of the vehicle, I'm actually going to start with the piece that connects to the exhaust, to the valve. I'm going to run it through the grommet up here and then run the cable back to it. I think it's just going to be easier, mainly because this is a one piece, and if I go with the other side, I'm going to have to do the two pieces through the grommet. So again, do it how you want, but this is the way I'm going to do it. Here, through the grommet, and then back. All right, so let me show you how I'm doing this. Got the two boxes. I have zip tied them together. Drop this panel down. It just clips in, so you just kind of have to pull on it a little hard. Make sure you run your wires inside before you do so. Power wire, I'm going to connect with a tap fuse here. I will update you when I do that. I also have the GPS cord. Where I am placing it is I'm running it up here through the back, coming out underneath this seal, going up through here, and since it's magnetized, it's just going to sit right there. All right, let me save you some time. I did a lot of research trying to figure out which of these was the positive and which was the negative. So if you don't want to have to take this apart, the wire with the blue stripe on it is actually your positive. So if you want to just cut it off, just know that the wire with the blue stripe, that's your positive. All right, so for power, here's what I did. I used the tap fuse. I am in fuse number 2. I tested every single one of these to see which one of these were switched or unswitched, powered or not, with the vehicle not on. I used number 2 because it was a 10 amp fuse, and that's the same that I was using for the system. My ground right here, perfectly easy ground. Obviously I'm gonna clean up all these wires, but I've tested it out. Everything's good to go. All right, come under the Bronco with me. I'll show you where I routed the wire back to the exhaust. So if we come under, we're in the wheel well now, up over the brace, come out, and you've got a harness here. This is where I've also got my rock lights. Zip tied them up here. Just follow down this harness. And then here, I took some wire loom, put it up in there. Let's see if I can get back here to show you. You see the wire loom back there as well. And it goes right to the exhaust. That's simple.
And now let's get into what makes this XForce Varix Smartbox system really special. Now, this is a Bluetooth exhaust controller. And what's really cool about this is from this box, you are controlling the entire system through your phone. It's designed for manual and automatic control. Now, as you can see here in the muffler, the diagram, it kind of shows you how this thing works. There's 3 different control modes. There's a manual, a matrix, and a geo mode. Let's take a look at all 3 of those. So let's go ahead and start with the manual mode. Now, this is kind of your bread and butter mode. This is the mode that I think people are going to utilize the most. Once you connect the system to your app on your phone, you're going to see you have total control over the positioning of the valve. Obviously, the more closed the valve is, the quieter it's going to be, the more open it is, the louder it's going to be, and the better performance you're going to get. What's really cool about this mode is it allows you to dial in the exact sound that you're looking for. It will also give you the ability to go from fully open to fully closed with a touch of the button, which is a great benefit to have if you're in full loud mode and you need to make it quiet real quick. This is going to be the quickest way to do so. I absolutely love this feature. This is the mode that I stay in 95% of the time with my system, and I absolutely love it. The dialing in is great, but the presets work just fine for me. But you know, do whatever works out best for your situation. Now the next mode, the matrix mode. I would say this mode is definitely geared more towards the gearheads that are using this, the people that really truly understand the power bands and how it relates to the RPMs of the engine. Truth be told, I don't use this mode often, but I do love that I have the ability to do so in the future. So if you really get this and you understand the RPMs, definitely check out the matrix mode. It's pretty cool.
All right, so now let's talk about the very last mode, and that's the geo mode, or sometimes you'll hear it called the GPS mode. And the reason for that is because it uses GPS technology that allows you to pretty much put a zone around a certain area or location, and you can control your valves automatically based on the location of where your Bronco is. Now, where I see that being extremely helpful is a couple of situations. One, if you're in a neighborhood and it has noise ordinance, or you just want to be a respectful neighbor, you can set it to where when you're near your house or you're in your neighborhood, that it'll automatically close the valve to close to keep the noise level down. Then once you exit that area on the GPS map for the geo mode, then it'll automatically open up or go to 50% or wherever you set it. I think this is a game changer and something that makes this exhaust system unlike anything else that's on the market. So geo mode, check it out. Super cool feature. I just think this is incredible. All right, y'all, so that's it. That's the full review of the XForce Varix system exhaust. Gotta tell you, I am so happy with it. This is the 3rd exhaust system I have had on the Bronco, and I don't think there'll be another. This is where I'm gonna stay. I love the customization of it. I love the sound of it. The installation was extremely easy. I will leave a link for the product below. Check it out. Definitely consider it if you're looking to change your exhaust system for your Bronco. There's not anything else like it out there. Trust me, I've looked. Hey, if you found this video informative, hope you give it a thumbs up. Like the channel. I've got almost 40 videos now for the Bronco. Almost 40. And we're not stopping. We got a lot more to go. Hope you're having as much fun as I am. But until next time, catch you on the flip side. Pow!